There's just so much opportunity out there for work and contributing, and that was just made sense to me to sort of go down that path and sort of try to build a career. Also got a leg up from you guys, allowing me to sort of publish some content.
Hey everyone, welcome to our new edition of Meet the Member. G'day Dave, thanks for jumping on.
Morning Ben, how are you?
Good man. Dave, talk to us a little bit about yourself, mate. How did you get in crypto and how long have you been investing for?
Cut a long story short, since 2017, one of my employees, he built a Bitcoin mining rig. Yeah, just sort of showed me what it was all about, and I sort of took a deep dive in one of the Tim Ferriss podcasts. Yeah, kind of just kept picking up, learning things from there. Followed a lot of this content and just slowly and surely just started to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and decided I wanted to sort of dive a little bit deeper, explore the educational side of things, and it's been great. It's been a journey.
Awesome, man. So Dave's a Collective Shift member, like all of you watching out there, but you're also working in the industry as well. Dave, you're working for Tracer DAO, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. That's also been an amazing journey too. A whirlwind has been like so fast, but that come off the back of studying the Advanced Diploma of Blockchain Technology, which was something that you guys plugged from the Blockchain Collective guys, the Nathan and Austin. Was really impressed by that. Decided, during COVID, whilst we were all locked down, to sort of explore, go a bit deeper again. I just really wanted to sort of expand on that knowledge. There's just so much opportunity out there for work and contributing, and that was just made sense to me to sort of go down that path and sort of try to build a career. Also got a leg up from you guys, allowing me to sort of publish some content to help the members. I think that was the options content about a year or so ago now, maybe a little dated, but it moves so fast, this industry.
Yeah, 100%. No, I was reading that content as well. I think it's been really good. I appreciate your contributions, and I think what would be awesome for not only me but the members, Dave, would be like some of your lessons learnt from investing and also being in the industry full time. Any feedback or tips you could give to new people getting into the space?
Yeah, patience, I would say. Yeah, definitely patient. It's just so uncanny, the theme around FOMO and then jumping into things just because everyone else is doing something and posting something. You kind of build your own narrative, stick with what you're good at, and then just sort of stick to that. I sort of stopped FOMOing into a lot of projects, and then just started to have a principle at the beginning of the end of 2020, and that was just preservation of capital, and that was just my mandate. So whenever I went to go make a decision, it wasn't like what if, it was just always think preservation of capital, and that's kind of how I got into the option side of things, trying to protect portfolios, and since then other products have come out that have been out where you can sort of hedge your downside risk and all that sort of side of things. So just trying to pick up off people that have been there and done that before, like learning from their experience.
That's awesome, man. What opportunities are you currently seeing as an investor?
I'd like to say I'm more involved in the NFT marketplace, but I'm not so much. I'm very much looking to infrastructure. Kind of feels like, we had the DeFi summer in 2020 and kind of nothing really happened over 2021, but infrastructure is being built. And I think that that's a good place to be focusing attention, just looking at where infrastructure is being built. The NFT marketplace is certainly hot, but there will become a time where both of these worlds collide, and the decentralized finance infrastructure, everything that we want to see the future of finance become. And then there's this NFT ownership narrative and thing that's going on. And I think that when they both sort of collide more meaningfully is when we'll see another sort of explosion in this space.
Yeah, awesome, man. I think we're going to see we always do see the cream rise to the top, and I think in the NFT space and even the DeFi space, it both got a little bit overhyped over the last 12, 18 months, like NFTs more recently. But I think you have that natural market flush out when you get the bad actors out, you get the cash grabs out, and then the real Amazons and the Apples of the world. Yeah,
and there's been some interesting NFT projects that have started to sort of build DAO operations as well. So instead of being these sort of top-down companies, like we've seen these acquisitions recently, we're seeing the communities get behind these sort of DAO-centric ecosystems and having an NFT community around that. So I think that's also interesting as well, because potentially once you have captured the essence of a community, and then you're enabling them to be a part of the growth of that project as well.
It is interesting. And I think in crypto specifically, what you have, I posted about this the other day, it's not like, you know, users are now owners, and like contributors are now, you know, not employees, but like owners as well. Like it's not, you know, it's not about I'm working for you now. It's like we're working together. Like this is us. Like we're all a part of this. It was just really interesting.
Yeah, 100%. Like the DAO space is amazing. There's so much opportunity for anyone that wants to get involved in, you know, being a part of a space. Doesn't matter what, you know, what background you have. If you have a particular talent, and maybe even you just got grit, you could just get in there and you know, contribute to any one of your favorite projects, and then you sort of build your own confidence and narrative just around the fact that you've got your hands dirty. You're getting plugged into a community, and you know, yeah, being remunerated in the process as well, which is also fantastic.
Dave, what would you recommend to anyone trying to work in crypto or get started with a DAO? Like, how would you give some tips?
Discord seems to be the place where this all sort of like ignites. So, you know, you might find your favorite projects through whatever means, Twitter, through, you know, Collective Shift. And, you know, once you're getting into these Discords and you get a feel for the project, and if it's something you really, you know, follow, there's generally a pathway to be able to contribute somehow. There's some organized, some are not. But the people that have built the tools around it, they're actually looking for active users that want to help the ecosystem grow. So you just got to get in there, find something that you could contribute to. A lot of these DAOs, you can actually, like, say for Tracer, you can actually go and you know, pitch what you might be able to contribute. So not necessarily jobs available. If you think you can bring something of value to the project, then you can go and pitch your case, and then the DAO votes it in. Are you going to, you know, bring value? Great, then welcome aboard. So
awesome, man. That's really cool. Thank you very much for sharing that. Dave, how do you, just switching gears a little bit, how do you use Collective Shift as a member, and what value do you get from it?
The main two things I use now, so like I've loved to see how the platform's developed. You know, the feed's fantastic. I typically wait for the on-chain analysis. The content from Checkmate's worth the price of entry, you know, so, you know, that's my go-to straight away. It's kind of what my role is in Tracer a little bit, not so much on-chain analysis, but data analysis, marketing, all that sort of stuff. So I kind of dig that information a lot. I like the early stage crypto projects, and, you know, going through and just sort of, you know, finding that little bit of alpha there. It's also, you know, also coming from the marketing background, it's kind of good to see what projects are up and coming, go through the same process, sort of see how active they are on Discord, on Twitter, and just sort of see how fast they've been able to build something. Just try to really like hone in on, you know, what's happening really close to the ground, and yeah, try to, you know, stay up with it.
Awesome. And if you had to try and outline what life was like before Collective Shift, and then what life is now like with Collective Shift or afterwards, how would that be described?
Time saving, there's definitely been a lot of, don't get a lot of time anymore. Like, crypto never sleeps. The type of research I used to put into like trying to, you know, go deep on a project, I can't do that anymore. So like all the recaps are great for me. It's just, I just get brought up to speed with my coffee in the morning or whatever it might be, and, you know, go for a walk on the beach, put the headphones on, listen, and then, yeah, that's great. So it's been a huge time saver for me.
Awesome. Cool, Dave. Any final thoughts, mate?
Just stick to what you know. Definitely try not to be part of those two emotions, fear and greed. There's a really good book, Remnants of a Stock Operator. It got recommended to me from a CEO of a company that I respect, and you know, it's a book written from the, you know, like 100 years ago. The correlation to what's happening in the crypto market right now is just uncanny. It's an excellent read, and it really does sort of make you think about how you are behaving with like fear and greed, and that was it. So it just kind of made me feel a little bit more confident with my thesis towards how I want to approach trading and markets. Awesome, man. That's a great recommendation. We'll have to read that as well. Dave, thank you so much, mate, for not only being a member, but jumping on and doing our first of these series. I think the members are going to love this. And and by the way, is there anywhere people can follow your content? I know you're contributing at Tracer. Anywhere you'd like to send them if, you know, they want to follow you and what you guys are doing? Yeah, sure. Just Tracer DAO on Twitter. There's a link to the Discord on the Tracer Twitter. So yeah, you can go to Twitter, find us there, join the Discord, come say hi. We welcome everyone, and yeah. find yourself a job if you want.
Awesome, Dave. Thanks, man. Thanks for jumping on.